The Cornbread Mafia, a Homegrown Syndicate's Code of Silence, and the biggest marijuana bust in American history. By James Higdon. Narrated by Paul Boehmer. Copyright 2012 by James Higdon III. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Lyons Press, an imprint of Globe Pequot Press, and was produced in the year 2012 by Tantor Media, Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Preface. Tina tells Ike, "It's gonna work out fine." When Johnny Boone violated his parole in the early summer of 1987 by leaving Kentucky via an Ohio River bridge en route to one of his secret farms in Minnesota, he set into motion a series of events that would define him and his associates as the largest homegrown marijuana syndicate in American history. The band of large-scale pot cultivators, headquartered in a three-county Catholic enclave in central Kentucky, would be tagged by the federal government and the media with a name a few of the men had already self-applied: the Cornbread Mafia. Yet, just as many members claimed to never have heard the term until it was mentioned publicly by federal prosecutors and amplified by the media. "I wonder where they got that from," Johnny Boone remembered thinking the first time he saw the term Cornbread Mafia in the newspaper. By then, he was already in prison. As local law enforcement busted Boone and a dozen others in Minnesota, federal agents tracked another Kentuckian, Bobby Joe Shoemaker, who had been running from the law since being found guilty in 1985 of a pot smuggling scheme dating back to 1979. Law enforcement agents assumed that Shoemaker was the sole kingpin of all the Kentucky marijuana growers, commanded from his home turf of Marion County. But the Minnesota bust suddenly forced the task force chasing Shoemaker to reevaluate its concept of the Marion County cartel. It was much bigger and more complex than the agents had ever imagined. The busted Minnesota harvest alone weighed 90 tons, the police said, a number they calculated by weighing one dump truck load, then multiplying that by 62, the number of trips it took to clear the fields, and then multiplying that number by 2, because so much marijuana remained in the field that estimating its weight was inconceivable. When police nabbed Bobby Joe Shoemaker in a Canadian
Sample complete. Ready to continue?